Clapperboard Centers, USA. In 1932 Mississippi, twin brothers Elijah and Micah returned to their deeply religious hometown seeking to rebuild their lives, only to discover that a dark force has awakened with their arrival. The town is plagued by eerie visions, unexplained deaths, and whispers of a generational curse tied to the sins of their ancestors and an abandoned church buried deep in the woods. As Elijah investigates, he uncovers the horrifying truth that he and his brother are the final link in a bloodline responsible for a sacrificial ritual gone wrong. Forced to confront their family's violent legacy, the brothers must decide whether to flee or face the supernatural wrath threatening to consume the town. Torn between faith and fear, Elijah offers himself as a final act of redemption, ending the curse and saving the town, but at a harrowing personal cost. Clapperboard Drop, USA. Ellie Morgan, a widowed teacher and mother, attempts to move on with her life by agreeing to a first date with a charming stranger, David. But during the evening, she begins receiving anonymous messages showing private photos and footage of her and her son, taken inside their home. As Ellie's paranoia builds, so does the danger. David disappears, her house is broken into, and her son is nearly kidnapped. With the police unhelpful and friends doubting her sanity, Ellie investigates on her own, uncovering that her late husband was not the man she thought he was and had connections to a secret surveillance project that now targets her. Realizing she's caught in a deadly conspiracy, Ellie must fight back using every resource she has, leading to a tense final showdown that exposes the truth and reclaims her power. Clapperboard Inheritance, USA. When university student Claire Hastings receives news of her estranged father's sudden death, she inherits more than just his estate. She inherits his double life. Discovering a hidden room filled with espionage equipment and coded journals, Claire realizes her father was a deep-cover spy for a rogue U.S. intelligence unit. Soon after, she is pursued by agents who believe she holds classified information he left behind. On the run, Claire uses the skills her father unknowingly taught her growing up, puzzle solving, observation, and strategy, to evade capture and uncover the truth. As the line between friend and foe blurs, she learns that the people chasing her are tied to a betrayal that cost her father his life. In a high-stakes finale, Claire must decide whether to expose the agency or vanish into a new identity, just like her father did years ago. Clapperboard Red Silk, Russia. Set in post-revolutionary Russia, Red Silk follows Nikolai Orlov, a former intelligence officer who returns home to Moscow in 1922 after years abroad. Hoping to live a quiet life, he instead finds himself pulled into a deadly conspiracy involving a secret society of ex-royalists planning to overthrow the new Soviet regime. When a fellow officer is murdered and a coded message is left at the scene, Nikolai is drawn back into a shadow war of lies and deception. Working against time, he uncovers a network of spies operating within the new government and realizes one of them is his former lover. As Moscow descends into paranoia and betrayal, Nikolai must outwit both the revolutionaries and his former allies to stop a civil war from erupting. The story climaxes in a brutal confrontation aboard a moving train, where loyalty and love are sacrificed in the name of duty. Clapperboard Finist, the First Warrior, Russia. In a mythical reimagining of Russian folklore, Finist, a humble blacksmith in a remote village, discovers he is the descendant of an ancient warrior bloodline chosen to protect the balance between the human world and the realm of spirits. After a series of strange omens and brutal attacks by shadow creatures, Finist is visited by a dying guardian who entrusts him with a magical relic and a prophecy. Only the first warrior can seal the rift between worlds. Reluctantly embracing his destiny, Finist trains with forest witches, battles undead soldiers, and journeys into the mountains to find the lost Gate of Realms. Along the way, he is betrayed by a close friend and faces inner demons linked to his unknown heritage. In the final battle, Finist sacrifices his humanity to become a spirit warrior, sealing the rift and saving both worlds, but dooming himself to live in the realm beyond, watching over humanity from the shadows.